looks like it's working, but it's kind of glitchy. I don't know what's going on. See if anybody can hear me. I'm going to go back over here to the audio and see. Testing. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Well, I'm trying to. Can you hear me? Desktop audio device. Okay, can you hear me? You hear me? Yay! Okay. I don't know what's going on, but I will try to watch because I can see the equalizer thingy hopping up and down, but it's not looking like it usually does. Does it sound weird because I activated a couple different things, but I so appreciate you guys being here. Oh, good. Yeah. In and out. Awesome. Thank you. I just realized your screen name, sign in and sign out. That's funny. Okay, let me just look at the audio again. Desktop audio device. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna disable the desktop audio device because I am using a webcam, so let me just do that and test. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Okay, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh, and I see the audio thing. Okay, perfect, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so I was deciding what to work on. Yay, vintage SoGal. And then, you know, I'm trying to figure out how this count thing works for the viewers because I'm using Streamlabs. It's showing 2 viewers. I know I'm viewing myself on another device, and then you guys are chatting with me, so we're just going to go with it because what I'm trying to do is at least get to affiliate. Every single viewer I totally appreciate, whether it's 1, 5, 10. Affiliate, you need average of 3 in the stream. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Vintage. Okay, so this looks like this is a galaxy. So I don't know if we use these little characters on it or the vehicles. So let's start with connect the dots. So we're going to look for the Death Star that will fit right here. Let's see. It's kind of big. Not the Death Star, the X-Wing. I look at the Death Star and I'm talking about this. So let's see. And there are, I think it's going to be the one at the front, but that one it looks kind of small to me. Well, that's a different shape, kind of. Okay, let's use, no, that's not even the right one. What the heck? How does a 5-year-old do this if I can't even do it? They don't care. They just stick the stickers anywhere. Okay, where are you? X-Wing. Okay, let's try this one. Without tearing off the wings. This is just a little sticker book I found at Five Below. Something fun. I originally was going to do it on a road trip, but then I started to get dizzy after I was reading for a while, so I worked on a different. Okay, that's definitely not the right size. Look at that, but where is that sticker? Or maybe I just draw it? Oh my goodness. Okay, well, we are going to use the X-Wing on one of these pictures. Yeah, these are the same. And the other one is a different. Okay, we're going to put this one on this scene. He's going to be flying through the desert. Okay. Okay. All right. And then, okay. Yes, exactly. The cute stickers. This does not look like the same shape. That is not going to fit on that. Okay, let's do this maze. I have a nice bin of colored pencils here. If you need colored pencil ASMR. Okay, so we're supposed to take Chewy in the, oh my gosh, let's not even pretend I know what that ship is called. Chewy needs to get over here to Yoda. So I'm not even going to put my pencil down yet. Okay, now we can do it. Do, 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 do. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Come on, Chewy. Come on, Chewy. That pencil kind of makes it sound like the ship is flying. Okay, so there's that. Millennium Falcon. Yes, thank you. You know what? I'm going to write that down. Millennium Falcon. And I bet you I know where we can confirm that. Over here on this other sticker that is the alphabet. No, it could be because they have Max Rebo. Okay, now let's color Chewy a bit. These pencils, so I have a bunch that look like brown, but then see the tip looks kind of red. I think they might have colors on them. Orange peels, oh so red. So why is that called orange peels? Who is in charge of naming these things? Mauve, red umber. Oh, this one definitely looks like brown. Toasted toffee. Okay, Chewy, you might be toasted toffee. Coffee beans, that's a good one. We can accent his fur. Deep plum, that is definitely not going to work. So these are crazy art. Crazy art. And I'm not sure, I don't think they're like super great quality, but I needed a huge variety. Well, truth be told, I bought these for my kids when they were in school because they had to do projects that involved different colors. Well, they did not appreciate them as much as I did when I was searching. We're going to use this platinum too. I feel like that'll be a good accent color. You know, you have to have all the colors when you're trying to be successful in elementary school. Oh my gosh, the sound. Okay, here's a brownish looking. Oh, and that is actually brown. This is Wildfire. So I've got a collection. That's cappuccino. And I think we'll need a little bit of black. That one we'll have to sharpen. All that for this little Wookiee. Okay, so let's start with brown, because I know the brown should be the darker one. Look at that, that is not going to work. The brown should be the darker one, and then we can accent with the other lighter colors. Yay! So this morning we're just doing a little coloring. I have some yarn out here. Yesterday I finished my beanie. No, I didn't finish it. I finished the skein I was working on. So then I found 2 more colors that we can vote on what color we're going to use for the rest of the hat. I think I need about 3 more rows. And here I'm just using it says Igloo Moped pencil sharpener. So it's nice and comfortable. It's super old, and it's good for chubbier pencils and more smaller pencils. And then it has the little thing that needs to be emptied. All right, so let's get this Wookiee colored. Now, when I was a kid, we would color all the time with my mom, and it just seemed like a masterpiece because she would do her outlines, like the dark outlines. On this one, it's not so much because it has the black outline. Okay, and now I'm already seeing a problem because the table's going to shake as I color. Is it shaking a lot for you guys in the visual? I think I'm going to need some gold for his, not gold, but like a yellowish gold for his bandolier. Now, we don't need to pay too close attention to detail because this whole mouth area is black. So as long as we don't color over his teeth and make his teeth brown, we should be good. And this brown isn't very dark unless I really press it. Like on the edge here, I got it kind of dark because I pressed harder. So maybe I want to press a little bit harder so that when we do the accent colors, it can stand out a little bit and look like it has a little character and not just a plain brown chewy. Then I also was able to finish off one of the cakes of yarn I was using for my Tunisian crochet. So I connected another color. Now we're on to the color Nebulous. And that is a cake by Karen. And it is an 80% acrylic, 20% wool. And that is going to be, that's on a blanket that I'm working on. So I don't know if you notice when you're coloring with colored pencils, if you use the sharper edge, it automatically is going to be darker. And it's going to be a finer line. So sometimes when you're coloring and you get it smoothed out, you might like to use that sharper side for accent or smaller areas. But it's kind of tricky because if you turn the pencil to try to even out the slant or the usage of the color, then it can make the color uneven on your project. All right, so coloring your arm, Chewy. All right, and then his other arm. Oh, I got that a little dark. Sorry about that, Chewy. And so I was saying when I was a kid, my mom would do the outlines. So around all of her coloring, she would have the darker edge. I guess that kind of looks better where you're kind of getting that little border there. Gives him a little bit more depth. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it around the fur here by his neck too. And I can turn the colored pencil a little bit to get that sharper edge down there. And then I can get a little closer with you guys to it. Hold on. There we go. And get that little bit sharper edge of the pencil and do that little outline there. Okay. That kind of does make a difference. His head then kind of, I don't know how to describe it. It gives it a little more shape. Okay, I like that. I'm going to keep doing that. You know what I might do? Well, let me finish this and then do this arm. But I'm going to see if I have a darker brown and then use that. How about this cappuccino? Let's see how the cappuccino looks. We're going to accent his fingers, or his little fluffs on his hand. Oh yeah, that is darker. So sometimes it's a little tricky to see where you're trying to color. The pencil gets in the way, hand gets in the way. So let's shade this a little bit, not so dark, and then do the same with his little elbow tufts. There we go. So then it just gives it a little depth, a little bit character. And then maybe some light stripes following the curve of his hair. I mean, not the curve, but you know how it has these black lines, so then you can accent that too. There we go. All right. I think I'm going to do some, what is this, platinum. Let's see if this even makes a difference. I was thinking, oh, it kind of does, to add a little bit to his fur here. Now, what I try to do is follow what would kind of be the flow of the hair. And then I need to sharpen the black. I'm going to do a little bit of accent with the black. Oh, yay, thank you. Yes, congrats for finishing the skein. And then switching the color over on the other Tunisian blanket. So this is the hat that I am working on, and it ended with kind of like a gold and grayish, oh well, I can show you on this, almost like honey colored. So then the two choices for the rest of the hat are these two, and you can't really see it very well, but this is like a purple. It is called, watch, it's going to be called purple. Yeah, it's purple, literally purple. The color doesn't register very nicely, and this one is aqua. So that will be the option later, which color for the band. Well, it's not truly a band, it's gonna be the rest of the rows of the hat, and so I think it would be 2 or 3 rows. Okay, let's do some, just a little bit of black, very lightly, again going with the grain of the fur. Just a little bit. I mean, this is probably too much detail on a little $5 kids color book in a travel activity pack, but it's a nice demonstration of how the colors kind of frame his face a little bit. Oh, I don't like that one. That one's a little dark. Okay. How about quit while you're ahead? Okay, So I think that's it for the browns. So let's put those back in the bin. And I'm going to look for a color for his bandolier. Actually, I need the cappuccino again for the bandolier. Let's see if I can find it. Or toasted toffee, maybe. Yeah, let's do the toasted toffee. And as you can see, if you are new here, I'm left-handed. So, there we go. All right, and for the accents on the bandolier, well, I did grab this color out. It is pale yellow, which I don't think it would work, but considering this end, that's really not going to work. Okay, let me see. Oh, what is this? This looks kind of orange. Orange Crush. Yeah, that is a little bit too orange. Golden Mustard. That sounds exactly like the color I would want. Golden Mustard. So we just want to have a little bit color so that it pops. There we go. Chewy, you are just about done. Now, if I really wanted to get in there and get the details, the edge of this sticker is right there, so I can't get all the color on there. I wear bifocal, so if I really wanted to pay attention to the detail, I don't know, I might have like a magnifier or take my glasses off and get closer because I'm nearsighted, which means I can't see things far away. So of course that's corrected with my glasses. Okay, let's see, who do we want to have flying in outer space? We can get the X-Wing. Actually, let's see what's on this other page. A TIE Fighter? Is that a TIE Fighter? Let's get the TIE Fighter. What's weird is they're pointing the same direction, so hopefully they're in a fight together because they're going to be going towards the same mission. Okay, there's the... We'll see if that's a TIE Fighter. And, oh, for T we have Tauntaun, so that's not going to be... Let's see what else we can find for the air raid, or whatever you want to call it. That is interesting. Okay, let's do dot to dot. And I have a regular pencil in here. And I don't know what is supposed to go here, so we are just going to trace that. What is wrong with my light? Yay! We're doing good. I'm doing good. I'm just doing some coloring. My little kids Star Wars grab and go. Age 3+, so I figured I could handle it. I originally got it for a road trip, but then I was reading a book and got dizzy and felt car sick, so I couldn't do this. Alright, so that here we're just tracing, because I thought a sticker should go here, but I don't see a sticker that will fit. Oop. Whoops. That's a big part of my coloring. Whoops. So I'm just chilling, drinking my coffee, getting ready for my day, mentally organizing what is on the agenda. which I helped myself out and ordered some groceries off of Amazon, just a few basic things, not Amazon, Walmart, just a few basic things so that when I go out later I don't have to have one more stop. All right, there's that. Okay, and then we have the Death Star, but I think I am going to do the Death Star with a colored pencil. I had, I like this gray one. Let's see what it says the color is. Slate gray. That should be perfect. And we're starting here. This is not going to be very complex because guess what? The Death Star is a circle. I don't even know that I will hit all the dots, but we're going in a basic circle here. And this says it is slate gray, but the color is coming out looking like blue. So that is something to mention, because when you're doing art and you want it, the color to be spot on, have a scrap paper to test your colors on, which I could easily do that in the book, but it's not that big of a deal. This is just a little fun activity. So let me draw a color swatch. See how it kind of looks blue? Well, I don't know that your colors are showing very well. Oh, I'm gonna knock the camera off. All right, pew pew. We're gonna color this in pink around the edge because we need to be aware. Danger, danger. So this pink will bring attention. I was also learning about different features of Streamlab and Twitch, and you know you can't stream from your laptop, I think, unless you have a certain number of followers. I'm not sure, but even so, I tried my camera on my laptop and it's not great, so I do have a webcam. So then trying to make sure I get you guys on the right angle with the webcam, that's a trick. So I tried a different configuration this morning. Seems to be okay. So later I'll work on that too. Let's do some little okay, there's that. I'm still like bummed about this. Like, where is that X-Wing? Maybe there were more stickers and I gave them to somebody. It doesn't look like it though. See that? I'm convinced it needs a sticker. Okay, now let's see what else we can do in the book. Oh my gosh, I think this is it. Let's see. I went right by it, didn't I? I went right by it. Now, I don't know if you have kids or not, but if you've ever gotten an activity book like this for your kids, and then you give it to them so they can play with it, because that's what it's for, and they wreck it, or you come in their room and they have all the stickers from everything on one page. It's like, what did you do? Because they just 2 seconds flat tear all the stickers off and stick them on wherever they want. So these stickers are for tic-tac-toe. So we can't really play tic-tac-toe. So let's do the, is it a word search? Oh, matching. Okay. Princess. So we have Leia, C3PO. Okay, Leia, come on down. Let's get your little sticker head in there. And the Wookiee. We need the little Wookiee head. I will admit, when I was a child, I would be the one that probably would tear off all the stickers and just frantically stick them on any old wear. What do we have? Han Solo. Side note, we have a chicken that is named Hen Solo. My son named her. It's a hen chicken. All right, let's change it up a bit. We'll go for C3PO. Where are you, little buddy? Where are you, little buddy? Wait a minute, that's not right. We need the one with the ears on the side or something. The heck? See how it has the little bumps, but this guy doesn't? Oh my gosh, this is not. Let's see if there's another sticker where he has bumps on the side of his head. I don't think so. I think they're all the same. Maybe one person drew it and the other one made the stickers. No, they all don't have bumps. All right, C3PO. Flathead it is. Just representative of his actual head shape, I guess. Okay, Yoda, come on down. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, and what else? R2-D2. Okay, R2. Nice. Okay, now, these are my favorite. We're going to use a, what is this? Oh, that's funny. It's in Spanish. It says magenta. Okay. Here's Solo, Han Solo. Cross that off. Akbar. So whenever I'm doing these, sometimes it'll end up just kind of like jumping out at me. Other times it's really a hunt. You know how you see certain words like stormtrooper, that's going to be a really long word. Ooh, Akbar. Akbar. Now what do you prefer? Do you circle them or cross them out? I like to cross them out, but when I first started learning these as a kid, I would circle them. And when I was learning them as a kid, it was because, you know, your mom is doing it, so you have to do it, because you can't let your mom do anything on her own, right? Jawa. Let's get some coffee. You guys search that for a second. I'm going to get some coffee. I don't know. Can you even see? So today I don't have any pressing plans, so I am going to enjoy watching some other creators as well. I have lots of different interests. I like to watch chefs. I was watching a guy last night. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. Stephen Cook's Spaghetti, maybe? He owns a restaurant in London, so he was, not last night, it was the night before. He owns a restaurant in London, so he was cooking for his clients. There were about 16 clients in the restaurant. And then the other day, February 1st, I was watching a guy working on chocolate sculpture. He was in France and he was preparing for Crepe Day. I don't know the actual name of the celebration, but it's a day for eating crepes, February 2nd in France. So that was cool. Yesterday, I was watching a lady walking through Japan in Tokyo, and we're hoping that we can get over to Japan. So that was interesting to see that, real time. So it helps me figure out like an expectation. So is it going to be super busy? Are the streets crowded and messy and dangerous? Or, so just having an expectation. And honestly, it looked beautiful. It looked like very nice, very friendly. I found Stormtrooper. I feel like these words are kind of popping out at me. Not really searching. Do you guys ever play this word search? Or do you like to make word searches? I think there's apps where you can make them. And that's kind of fun. All right, let's see. So what I want to do is read the words, and then that way when I'm in here looking around, I might see them, like Wookiee. Wookiee. Vader, Queen, Luke, Yoda, Klaatu, Max Rebo. So there we go. Max Rebo, I was going to say, should be easy because X kind of stands out pretty much. Queen. Then we need Luke, Obi-Wan, Yoda, Vader. Luke, Obi-Wan, Vader. There's Vader. Another thing I like to do is Sudoku. I don't know, just a traditional, I think it's 9 numbers in the square. Yeah, 9. So I just do the traditional 9 numbers in the square. Here's Obi-Wan. Sometimes on these puzzles too, I try to look and see like, oh, this area is kind of empty. I think I'll find a word over there, Sometimes that method works, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, what do we need? Klaatu, so a K. That one, a K kind of stands out a little bit because it's not as usual. K, K, K. K for Klaatu, K. KLs. I'm noticing a lot of KLs together. And when I was a kid, I remember my mom would help us to learn how to search for the word. So, go next to the letter and then look in each direction. So KL, okay, good. KLP, nope, that's not it. KG, KG, KA, KJ, KA, KR. So then you can move on to the next letter. So when you're first learning, that can seem kind of tedious, but it trains your brain to kind of be able then to see them faster when you find them. Here's Klaatu. So let's cross that out. Yeah, so then as you become more practiced, you don't have to do it so specifically. All right, Luke. Where are you, Luke? Luke and Yoda. Luke and Yoda. And then if you get stuck, then you just go row by row by row. So you figure out which word are you going to look for, what letter, excuse me, does it start with, and then just go like that. So we're going to say Luke. So L-U. Nope. L-U. L-U, but that's not it. L-U, but that's not it. L, no U. L, no U. Watch, I'm going to probably go right by it as I'm telling you how I search. Luke, where are you? Our long lost buddy. L-U-V-U, that's not it. I feel, oh, there it is, Luke. Luke. Okay, cross that out. And then Yoda. We've probably passed it a million times while searching for these other words. And then kind of look for an empty spot. It seems like they'll fill in with the word that they need so that it doesn't have a big blank space. Okay, let's start from the bottom. Yoda. Nope. Nope. Yoda, where are you? Nope. 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 Sometimes I feel it like talking to me saying it's right here. Y-O, nope. Yoda, Yoda, Yoda. Where are you, little buddy? Okay, now I lost track. Oh my gosh, you are going to be a challenge for us, Yoda. Did I pass it up? You can also go backwards. So if you're looking for Y-O-D-A, you can look for A and then D, you know, and do it that way. He's missing. Okay, now it's time to get serious. Let's find Yoda. Concentration. Ah, there he is. There he is, right here. Okay, Yoda. And sometimes for fun, you can just look for other words. Single letter words don't count, like here, at. So we'll circle that because that's not part of the puzzle. I saw hoot, like an owl. Oh, here's runt. Runt. Nip, N-I-P. The dog will nip at your hand. Row. So that's a fun exercise for little kids. It, I-T, was, or, saw, S-A-W, W-A-S, or, add on an H and you have wash. Then go a little bit farther and you have hoot. And then here's loop, or go backwards and it's pool. Of course, here's of, am, A-M. Do, 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 do. Yeah, so that's just some way you can expand and not just, you know, hurry up and be done with the puzzle. Sap, S-A-P. The sap came out of the tree. Pin. Oh, that's also nip. So pin or nip. You can create a game when you're in the car, and then if you get extra points, you can do points and then get extra points for making two words from one, or seeing it. Nippin. When. Solo, like doing something alone, or so, S-O. Ox, O-X. All right, so let's be done with that one. And I think that is it for actual puzzle games, aside from the tic-tac-toe. I think you could do like, is the whole alphabet here? A, well, there you go. Oh, B. Yeah, I think it is. So you could use the stickers over here and make your alphabet too. We didn't trace our names. Let's get a beautiful bright pencil. And we'll trace all of these. Let's see if this is dark enough. Princess. Princess. Leia. R2D2. I don't know, I feel like as we get older, our hands might get shaky, so this kind of exercise might be good for everybody, no matter what age. C3PO. And this P actually is a little challenging because it's a little squared off, and I normally just make my P more rounded. Yoda. Yoda. All right, Yoda. Han Solo. I might drive by the egg farm today and grab some eggs too, actually. We have 3 chickens, but honestly, they are freeloaders because one will randomly lay an egg now and then. The other 2 are like, nah, we're just going to hang out and eat mealworms and chicken feed. We'll just hang out, have a girls' day every day, all day. Because it's just the 3 ladies there hanging out. Poppy, Dolly, and Han Solo. Okay, so that book is done. Not done, but that activity. So these have a bit of dust on them. I'm not going to lie. I was so excited. I got them for Christmas a while back. And I set them aside and did not. I think maybe I did one picture in here. So what I'm going to do, I saw one I like. It just went flying by. This one. I think I might be able to tear it out. And then I will, let's see if I can do this. I don't have a box cutter close by. But let's see if I can carefully kind of remove it from the binding. The main part is this flower, so if I get that flower, then we're good. Sometimes if you get way down into the binding, you can separate it easily. And let's see. Hold your breath. Oh my goodness, this one is not going to cooperate very nicely. That's okay, because when I'm done, I think I will just have this paisley in the center. Okay, so my favorite color is green, So I'm going to start grabbing some green colors here and have that as my primary, going into a little bit of blue. You've got to have some dark and light colors. Just about the time you think you've got enough selected, then you figure that you need more. So the green and the blue will go nicely together. And then what is this? Luscious lavender. You can never go wrong with lavender or purple. So we'll put some of that in there maybe. Just select these pencils and then we'll go from there. So, all right. It looks like we have a bit of a focus issue. I'm looking on my other stream. Is it focused? Okay, so there's the pencils. Let me just take a quick look over here. Oh, yay! Thank you, Vintage. That's awesome. And bot accounts, that's what I need to learn about because I'm not sure how that actually works. Is the sound okay? It looks like I'm picking up two different microphone things going on. Thank you so much. Okay, I think the focus is okay. I just think my other laptop is a mess. Okay, and this is Blazing Blue. So I'm actually going to start with the Blazing Blue and go right in here and get these little bits. Do you ever start a project? I don't know if you color or not, but you start a project and you instantly say, darn it, why did I pick that color? As you start to realize that it's going to take up a bigger space. So say you're working on a project and you like a certain color as an accent color, but then you notice how it ties together with other spaces, and then it should be that the other spaces should have the same color, and then you end up with not just an accent color. That kind of is a bummer. Okay, and then I want to try this Echo Green. I'm going to use that here around these Paisleys. Let's see how that looks. So that is I kind of feel relaxed doing this, knowing I'm not going to do all this outside. I'm only going to do these Paisley petals here. And this is cool because, excuse me, I wanted to just kind of relax this morning, but I also wanted to stream. So this is a way to relax and stream, get my achievements ranked up, but then not be obsessive over the stream, if that makes sense. Because I have goals for 2023 with my business, streaming, my job. I can't even really call it a career anymore because I work in mortgage lending and it's just really volatile right now. A lot of my friends who I've met over the 35 years that I've been in mortgage, I just keep seeing more and more posts of them being laid off. I thankfully have an amazing job right now. I get to work from home, but The market is just crazy. So really trying to set my goals during 2023 to ramp up my side hustle businesses and just see what happens. But your brain needs some downtime too. So you can relax, regroup, heal, get refreshed. So I'm just chilling over here, coloring with you guys, and hopefully bring, oh, I forgot to, I had my sound queued up, my little music. I don't know what happened. It stopped. Oh, it's only a 2-minute stream. Oh my gosh. And I really like it. It's called Native American Flute. So maybe I need to find another one too. Flute Native American. That's 13 minutes. I need one that's, oh, here we go. 3 hours. So let's turn down the ad. Then when it's done, we can put on the music. And we'll just relax here. There we go. So we just go around, fill this in. I'm excited to see how it turns out. And you know what? I'm going to move the color that I already used to the other side. Blazing blue, I think that's what I used. That way I don't accidentally grab and have two of the same color next to each other. It's hard to tell from the tip of the pencil. If I really wanted to be super creative, I would make each petal a different color. One in greens, one in purples. I think I'll just stick to greens today. Keep it low key. Get this in here. I should have put my slippers on. My feet are feeling a little cold. I think I'm going to pick out a bright color to put in that center. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. Just having a nice chill Saturday. Let's go down on this side and come up. That's coming along nicely. Time for some coffee. I have this awesome coffee mug. I better not tip it too much. I'll pour the coffee out. Camelback. It has a nice travel lid. Never leaks and keeps the coffee nice and hot. Literally for hours. Yesterday I was sipping on my coffee for like 2.5 hours. And it was still not blazing hot, but warm, you know, where it's nice to drink temperature. Not where it's borderline, dump it out. I love that coffee cup. It's great for traveling, road trips, all that good stuff. Doing well. Thank you for the first time chat. I'm doing well. I'm just relaxing, coloring, having my coffee. How are you doing today? Do you have any great plans? Welcome, welcome, and thank you for stopping by. Sit down, grab a cup of coffee, relax. Take it at a slower pace. Nice to regroup on the weekend before we go back to the grind on Monday. So I'm working on this mandala. I'm only going to do the 5 petals, and then I will trim around and have just that mandala, and then figure out what am I going to do with that mandala, that paisley petal. Maybe I'll make a mouse pad out of it. I think that might work if I laminate it. I'll do a test run on another laminated piece before I do that. Hi there, good morning, sandwich taker. How are you doing? First time chat, love it. Thanks for coming by. I love your screen name. Makes me want to go get a sub sandwich or something. We have a couple really good sandwich shops nearby. But it's not even, I don't even know what time is it. Oh, it's only 10 here. I'm on the West Coast in the USA. So it's morning, but I'll probably take an early lunch because I didn't have breakfast. I'm just having coffee. But I'm feeling like not even making plans, just relaxing and seeing what comes along. I needed to just relax. I've been doing a lot this week, thinking and planning, and I'm working towards affiliate here, and then I have a couple other projects that I want to get started, not only with crafting, but a friend of mine and I are interested in starting a crochet guild here in Southern California, or starting a charter or chapter of the crochet guild. So we're talking about that, and then a big festival in 2024. Also got some travel plans I'm trying to put together. Some are like short term, some are long term, like farther out there, but a lot of it, the groundwork I want to lay during 2023. So part 1 was growing my audience on Twitch, so thank you so much. Oh my gosh, yum. Stacked sandwiches, bacon and sausages. And I think if I recall, are you in the US? Because I think when I was looking at your channel yesterday or the day before, you're not in the US. I'm not sure. I was watching a gentleman yesterday or the day before, I don't know. It's all merging together. I was watching a gentleman who owns a spaghetti restaurant, Oi Spaghetti, in London. And so I was watching him make a bunch. Oh, nice. Does your cousin stream? I also sew and crochet, and I have an embroidery machine, so I do all that stuff. I need to really get back to my embroidery machine. I haven't done any projects on it for a while, but I have a few projects in mind. Some will take a while, and goal would be to finish by Christmas, and others will be for Festival 2024. So but I have a single needle, so it's a small machine. So the projects take a little bit longer just because I don't have the machine threaded with a bunch of different colors, and I have to do the color change manually, but that's what was in the budget, so that's what I got. Oh, she doesn't stream. Okay. I'm assuming you stream when you make your sandwiches. Do you work at a restaurant, or you just enjoy doing that as a hobby? No plans today, Nails? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm reading nails, but I believe it says Natis. Nat is dreamland. No plans today. Sometimes those are the best days. You just kind of hang out, watch TV, maybe have a cocktail, relax, read a book, and then as things come up, take advantage or not. Just continue to keep relaxing. Sometimes I do that. I'll have no plans, but then I'm just really binging TV or something because I'm usually going a mile a minute every other day. So when I have a day with no plans. Oh, Natty's Dreamland. Okay, awesome. Awesome, thank you. So my screen name, Modern Day Mercantile, that's my business name, and I came up with that because I'm in the US, and Mercantile was like a Western shop, you know, when, I don't even know what you call it, but back in when the settlers were building their different cities and whatnot, they would have one-stop shop where you get everything. You would buy fabric, seeds, flour, lumber. Even though you go to the mill to get the lumber, you make the arrangement for the purchase at the Mercantile. So because I wasn't sure exactly what I would have in my shop, because I also do resale, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to call it Mercantile because that kind of encompasses everything. So then as I add new products or new methods of creating things, then I don't have to wonder about the name or have people, I mean, they might wonder what's Mercantile, but like if I say Mary's Crochet and then I do sewing, or I stop crocheting for whatever reason, I'm kind of locked in to that name. So as I was building my brand, I thought that would be a good all-encompassing. So then we have Modern Day Mercantile. Modern day because it's on the internet. Modern day. I don't know, I have to say that's kind of a genius thought I had. And then I also have another profile for when my family takes trips. And that one I call Mom's Travel Team. And I say Mom's Travel Team because sometimes it's me and my siblings. So I'm mom, obviously. So then my siblings would become my travel team, or a girlfriend or something. Or if it's my husband and my kids, then it's still Mom's Travel Team. So kind of generic, but also specific. I love your name, Natty's Dreamland, and the sandwich taker. Yum. So sandwich taker, do you make bread for your sandwiches? Do you have a special preference? Sometimes I see chefs or creators, they want to really dive deep, so they get into their own specialty accompaniments to make their dish even that much more next level. Oh, white bread, yum. So, you know what's interesting? Just like the old school Weber's bread, and these are U.S. products, with Miracle Whip and American cheese. Like the worst food for your diet, but I think sometimes you have to just go back to your roots. Everything in moderation, right? Or good old-fashioned grilled cheese. You know, I think a nice addition to grilled cheese is tomatoes and mushrooms. Or tomatoes and onions. Put that on there while you grill the cheese. And the cheese melts around into the tomato. Oh, we're making progress. Do you have specialty sandwiches? Some that are toasted. Maybe you toast the meat and the cheese with the bread. So kind of activate the flavors. Or just stack them up. Oh my god, Roller Coaster Tycoon. Oh, nice. Let's just stack them up. Your Dreamline, yeah. I used to play Roller Coaster Tycoon on my computer, like so long ago. I freaking love that game. But then life, and I mean, I think that was probably when it first came out. Do you know when it first came out? Because I feel like it could have been 20 or 25 years ago. But that sounds extreme. If I had known then what I know now, I would have kept practicing and I could stream that game. But I also like Animal Crossing, My Time in Portia, because I have a Switch. My Time in Portia, and Hospital. I don't know the name of the hospital game, but I literally went on to the reviews when we were getting. So my whole family, we all bought a Switch. So when we were going on there and deciding what games, I just looked at the top 10, which were most popular, which were the most highly rated, and I picked out those. So it's some hospital game. Yeah, exactly, the 90s. Yeah, okay, so that's not too far-fetched. What I need to do is, if I get unemployed, because I don't know like status of my job, maybe get a sponsor and up my equipment and stream my games. If I can make money that way, which I don't know how it would ramp up. Excuse me. I don't know how it would ramp up fast enough for that to be legitimate, but that would be amazing. There's plenty of people that do it. I work in mortgage lending, and I saw a guy. I say guy, but it could have been a lady. I honestly don't remember. The only thing I remember was they were an influencer, content creator that made $70,000 a month off YouTube. The funny thing is, I understand that oh, I just put my pencil back. I don't want to do that because I want to keep... the funny thing is, I understand that that can happen. When I was telling my manager, he's like, what? And he's younger than me at that time. He was younger than me. I don't work at that company anymore. But I want to use this orange, but I don't want to do it yet. I don't know if I can get into these little small spaces. And what color? I think I want to use the lavender there. Yeah, so I said, oh yeah, I'm going to become an influencer. Just joking, you know, because I don't want people to think I actually thought, oh, you get a camera, you turn it on, and you make $70,000 a month, because I'm not editing and doing all this fancy, crazy stuff. So he's like, well, why would you do that? I said, well, look at this. And I showed him the application, and he was completely shocked. He's like, what the heck do they do? I said, well, I don't know, everything that you do with YouTube and however you make money off YouTube. I said, you got to think outside the box. Times are changing. Yeah, exactly. Assuming genders. I mean, I could look at the application and see, like, I mean, I don't work there, but I wouldn't share a person's actual specifics. Just like I would say to you guys, oh, hey guys, welcome, welcome. But I don't truly mean just the male gender. Using guys as a reference to a group of people. So this is the lavender, and I'm not sure that it will make a huge difference just in this tiny space, but it is coloring it in so that we don't have that void. And then when I use the bright orange, we'll see how it pops. So that's one thing interesting. You say assuming genders, but definitely I'm promoting for people not to assume a certain gender could only do one role, you know. Nurse, doctor, lawyer, whatever. Stay at home, homemaker, whatever they call it, whatever's the PC term. Oh, I think this is turning out pretty nicely. I was nervous that this, I mean, maybe if I look really super close up, it may not look that great. But I think it's turning out pretty good. Some of them, it looks like they're colored, but they're not. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So I'm 58, but I have a 19-year-old son, excuse me, and a 21-year-old daughter. So I have explained to them that if you, because they have friends that go by certain pronouns, I said, you know, just understand that I probably will never remember that your friend goes by they, even though it's one person, it's a girl. I'm not trying to be insensitive, I'm not trying to be rude, but if you tell me they are going somewhere, I probably will always ask you, oh, well, who was there? Because I'm used to the reference of they being for multiple people, but I'm not trying to be insensitive or not recognize that that person is opting for a reference of they. And hopefully the younger generation can see that in how people act. Not to say that there aren't people who are insensitive, because there definitely are. But hopefully people can understand that sometimes it's not coming from insensitivity or being rude or deliberate, but just as difficulty to remember, or, you know, I can barely remember people's names. Like, next time I stream, I'll probably remember that you guys were here. I will definitely start recognizing the screen names and my frequent visitors and such. Man, this is feeling good. I feel so relaxed. I have one of my dogs he's so anxious. He just spends his day, he'll come in the house, check what everybody's doing, goes back outside through the doggy door. So I hear the doggy door as he's going in and out. If I close the door, he does not like that. So I could close the main door and that would block off the doggy door. He would go over there. We have those bells. You can hang the bells from the doorknob. So we have those bells. He would stand over there and tap the bells with his paw until I go over there and open the door. So that's part of why my feet are cold, because I left the door open so he can get to the doggy door. So the cold air comes in around the open area of the sliding door. Yay! Welcome, welcome. First chat. Red Thread Kitty. How did your project go last night? Hey, Kool-Aid. Yeah, I know that one too. I'll have to check in on your little Totoro. I love that felting. I haven't tried it myself. I have heard people say that they have stabbed themselves with the felting needle. Is that what it's called, a felting needle? It looks like it's a needle, but I know it's not a true needle. You have no idea what you're up to this early. And I'm on the West Coast, so for me it's early too. The only plans I had today, I'm going to go get the, I don't know if I told you last night, the birria ramen. So it's like a ramen soup with stewed beef and like a spicy broth. Oh, it's so good. We had some the other day, but we were kind of in a rush, and it's like the temperature of the soup when it comes out, it's super hot. So I didn't really have a chance to enjoy it. I had to like kind of hurry and cool it down and eat it. So today I'm gonna go there, treat myself to some birria ramen, and then just chill. I have some crochet projects to do, and I wanted to stream a little bit, so I'm streaming here. And you know, I wanted to just kind of chill and have my coffee, have a slow morning, because by choice I start my regular work day during the week. I start it really early, so then I'm done with my day by 3:30 as far as work goes, so then I can do a little bit more towards my businesses. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that's awesome though. I am the opposite. I am an early morning person. Like this morning I woke up at 4, but then I forced myself to stay in bed and just watch TV. Or no, I wasn't watching TV. I was watching TikTok. I read a few emails, replied to a few texts, Yeah, we have a really, really good pho restaurant here too. I live in the San Diego area. So we are really lucky. We have a lot of different, really authentic international foods. We have one area that has a lot of Asian influence, so Vietnamese, Chinese, all that. Mostly, I think Vietnamese and maybe Korean, like Korean barbecue and stuff. And the place where I'm going for the birria is actually in my neighborhood, so that's good. It's really close. I like to support local businesses. And so they have the red tacos. They have all the traditional taco shop type of foods. And then their claim to fame that I like to say is the birria ramen. I don't know what chili they use to make it, but I might have to look up a recipe at some point. Sometimes you just have to treat yourself. Actually, I eat out way too much. My husband and I eat out a lot. But we try to make good choices so that we're not eating like a giant serving of food every single day. So, like if we go to In-N-Out, which is a hamburger place, we don't get 2 orders of fries, and we maybe don't get cheese or don't get bread, so you can order it protein style, so then you have all the flavor of the pickles, tomato, lettuce, the meat patty. And if you have 2 meat patties but only 1 cheese, then, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. You can cut back a little. So the birria ramen will be the highlight of my day, aside from crafting and streaming. Oh, it's only 11 there? My dog was growling, but she's dreaming, I think. Oh, okay. I like your little graphic. That's cute. Yeah, we have a lot of different foods here because I'm in San Diego area. So even if I don't have it nearby in my neighborhood, then 20 minutes or less, I can get it in any other neighborhood. So many years ago, before I was married, before I had kids, I had the opportunity and I went to Greece and Turkey. And before I went, I made it a point to really eat a lot of Mediterranean foods and then also more specifically Greek foods, so that when I got there, I would be familiar with what I was ordering, what was in it, how it tasted. I'm not really like a picky eater, but just knowing the foods made the trip more enjoyable, because then knowing the food and then knowing what I liked and being able to pick what I liked, and some of the people I was traveling with, they were like, wow, how'd you know what to order? Because at that time, I didn't really realize how diverse our community was in San Diego. And some of the people were from all different parts of the US, and they didn't have the opportunity, or they may have had the opportunity, but they're a more selective eater, so they didn't prefer certain foods. Me, I will pretty much eat anything except like oh my gosh, what, chorizo? Like real chorizo? That's what I've heard. It's like the stomach, intestines and stuff. I don't want to eat that. There are other varieties that are flavorful but not like the butcher scraps, so that I will eat. Oh, yeah, a few people, not in my direct family, like not my kids and not my husband, but others in my extended family have different conditions and sensitivities. Celiac, allergy to nuts, allergy to shellfish. Sometimes I have an issue where something irritates my like intestines, but I'm not able to isolate it because it's something within something else that I eat. It's not something like wheat or dairy or yogurt or something. It's just random. Excuse me. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Well, and that's true too, like the different casings. Some casings are definitely less appealing than others. When I was a kid, my dad used to get the stuff potato bologna. It was mostly potatoes, and I think it was uh, a Scandinavian dish or sausage. I'm not sure. Maybe you know, sandwich taker. Yeah, exactly. Ugh. There's other stuff in that chorizo. I literally read at a Mexican market once, it had like the lips or something. I don't even know. I just read that. I'm like, I'm never eating this again. And I was shocked that it said that because I think sometimes they use more generic terms to kind of camouflage it. But when I was a kid, we would have that potato bologna. Oh gosh, it was so good. Okay, let's do these little dots with this orange pen. Let's see how that works. Not pen, it's a colored pencil. So these colored pencils I had in my stash from when my kids were in school. And they are young adults now, but I'm glad I did not get rid of them. So every year I would go do school supply shopping to make sure they had nice, fresh, just regular pencils, erasers, stuff like that. I went through my stash, holy mackerel. I probably donated 300 or 400 pencils, colored pencils, regular pencils, mechanical pencils. Nobody needs that many, but at the school, they can put it into a supply area for the teachers. So then if there's any kids that come to school that don't have their supplies or they can't get their own supplies, then that supply area is up for grabs and then the teachers can give it to the kids who need it. Excuse me. That doesn't look too bad. Do you have some more projects to work on today? Red thread? Are you going to work on Totoro or another project? I'm going to work on this beanie I have here. I'm going to add either this teal or the purple, which I'm not sure if the color is coming across nicely for you or not. The purple is really shiny So I'm not sure that it shows. Well, they're both shiny, and even the beanie is shiny. But this skein of yarn I ran out, so then I knew I would probably run out, but I had the idea that I could finish the hat with either the purple or the teal. So I'll be working on that today. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Green beans and peas as well. Yeah, I see what you're saying then. Probably overall more enjoyable and relaxing just to eat at home. And I think it's difficult for people who don't have allergies or sensitivities to understand how critical it can be. And that would even include me. I know in my head, because of other family members that have sensitivities and allergies, but I don't know that I would be cognizant enough to take the appropriate precautions to not have the food contaminated. Well, those little dots are small. There's barely a little dab of color in there. So when I'm done with this, I'm going to just trim around these 5 leaves. So then I just have the 5 leaves. I don't know if it will work or not, but I might laminate this for a mouse pad. Here's my mouse pad that I'm using right now. It's a piece of paper with a free pattern for a blanket, because I'm on a textured table, so usually if I'm not on a textured table, the mouse works fine, but since I'm on a textured table, it kind of gets the best of me. And the mouse does not want to work. So this design, I took it out of this book, Paisely Patterns. So at first, I was looking and I thought, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. But then I thought, you know what? It's your project. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just do the middle, because this part is what appealed to me. So this part, I'll just cut it off. It's supposed to be for relaxation. Oh yeah, no kidding, red thread. Yep, I hear you. Oh yeah, the artificial sweeteners, 100%. I do not like the flavor of the artificial sweeteners. My husband uses stevia. Not a lot, maybe like 1 or 2 a day in his coffee. I don't even like the flavor of that. It definitely stands out for me. Do they put the mushroom powder in for protein? Do mushrooms have protein? I'm not up to speed on the nutrition content. All right, let's check our next color. I'm going to try to go for a more green. So let's see what we have here. And then decide which I will use it for. Let's see, what is this one called? Deep Emerald. Okay, we're going to use this one next. We're going to do these little half circles, and I think I will sharpen this a bit. So just relax, enjoy whatever beverage you like to relax with. I actually really enjoy a nice hot cup of coffee with too much flavored creamer, or tea, any flavor of tea with honey or agave. That's nice, especially with the weather. Even here in Southern California, it's been really cold. So it's nice to just get a nice cup of tea or coffee, relax with some soothing music or some sort of, I call it junk TV, that doesn't really take too much brain power. Or if you want, okay, this is not working, this is broken. I can feel it moving in the pencil. Do you see that? I don't know if you've ever watched Blue Planet. Oh, that is very relaxing. Nature show, that one's nice. I like to have the TV on when I'm falling asleep. So that one's nice. The narrator is really mellow. That one's nice. So that's a kind of a relaxing way to watch TV. You can learn but not really have like a intense brain power going on, you know? Alright, we're just going to go with it on this one until that tip breaks or whatever it decides to do, because it's not loose enough for me to take it out. So I usually will download my videos to YouTube. Yesterday I was trying to use my old dinosaur laptop, which is probably 10 or more years old, but it was not working. So I need to check back in and see if any of the highlights I made are working. I believe once I make affiliate, I'll have some other options. Maybe in Streamlabs, I'm not sure. I have to look at that and see what's up. Because I did see about there's a clip function and a highlights function. Oh, a meat substitute. Well, yeah, so I knew that they would have the mushrooms like, and then have it as the main ingredient, because like the texture and stuff. Okay, so that makes sense that it has the protein. Okay. Oh my god, an orange smoothie with shiitake in it? Literally would never even think of that. So, did you make the smoothie, or you got it somewhere? And then how did you discover that it had the shiitake? Maybe in a protein powder? Yeah, right? So it seems it would be at a level that you probably wouldn't taste it, but because of your sensitivity, your body says, nope, it's there. It is there. There's something not right. I mean, you don't want to be the guinea pig that people are then learning because of your reaction. Hey, there's mushrooms in this protein powder. That is interesting. And it makes sense now, because I know that there are plenty of plant-based, oh, there we go, it finally came off, plant-based protein products that I would just think, oh, it's soy. But now I know. Yeah, no sugar substitutes. Splendid's the worst. Oh my god. It gave you a seizure? That is just terrible, Red Thread. So you say you're in isolation. Is that related to COVID and that? If you don't mind, I mean, you volunteered it, so I thought I would ask. Or you have other stuff going on. You don't obviously you don't need to share if you don't want to. You can just say pass. Oh, yes. Yes, those Bolt House are good too. Exactly. I would never think. I would never think. That is crazy. So one of the things that I need to do this weekend too is I need to list some stuff on Etsy because I don't want to use Etsy, but I have my own website. So I want to put in the description about, hey, you know, buy it cheaper on my website. So then that way I don't have the fees and whatnot, and just kind of get that little bit of traction. You know, anything can help. And then the other thing is figuring out how to make emotes for my viewers so they have something to use. I mean, it seems basic, but when you already have too much on your plate, there's not even room for one more thing. So it's just a matter of setting aside the time to get it set up. Man, that is crazy. I'm so sorry you have that with your food. As much as I love food and eating and just indulging, I'm not sure how I would. I guess you just do what you have to do. The situations that we're in, it doesn't do anything to sit around and mope. You can get yourself down about just about everything. So hopefully you have joy when you eat, when you have food from home. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's funny, Sandwich Taker. That's funny. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hear you. Not worth the risk. So that's what's important, that each person respect what other people need to do. And so sometimes I would excuse myself from different events because I'm not vaxxed, and I take all the precautions, but I also respect that other people have different levels of precautions that they need to do. So we just keep it high level on that topic because we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. We just want to be respectful of each person's needs and choices and wants. So many different varying viewpoints. I think we in general, people have tended to move away from just being respectful of others, and I find that Twitch has been a very friendly community, not really trying to cause drama, just kind of, you know, living in harmony, live and let live. Kind of like a do no harm. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. He couldn't tip his head down without. Oh my gosh, that is traumatic. Well, I guess if there is one plus, it is that you do have others who have the same situation. So, I mean, it's maybe not optimum, but you have others, so you're not alone, you know, like boy in the bubble. I'm wondering if I want to do a yellow around the fill right here. I think I'll figure that out once I get some more of this color in here. And I was thinking, well, this will be another color as well, but within here, I think all of these will be the same color, maybe this another color. Because if I try to get artsy and designate different colors in here, I'm going to mess it up. I know my limitations. So I wonder if there's some sort of recessive gene, you know, both parents carry this food sensitivity gene, and so then it appeared in you guys? Who knows? That kind of stuff to me is fascinating. Oh, as a matter of fact, so I am left-handed, and it used to be that, generally speaking, 10% of the population is left-handed, but as more and more people are left to naturally be left-handed rather than try to force them to change, then the population of lefties is rising. So now it's at about 12%. And that doesn't count ambidextrous. I believe ambidextrous is 1%, and then the rest is right-handed. So what was my point? Oh, if you have a father that is left-handed and a mother that is right-handed, I believe it is about 17% chance that the child will be left-handed. If the mother and the father are right-handed, I don't remember the percentage for that, but oh, I had some little cue cards here about that. But if the mother and father are both right-handed, of course, there's a lower percentage chance that you'll be right or left-handed. And then if the mother is left-handed and the father is right-handed, it, I believe it was about 10% chance that the child would be left-handed. And then they have other things that they say, like, yes, the ratios would always be skewed. They were saying that it could also be depending on how the child lays in the womb, that if they're laying on their right side, then their left hand would be free. And interestingly enough, there still are many places that try to force people to not use their left hand. My aunts went through that. They're in their 70s and 80s, but they went through that in their grade school. And I've heard of people that are around 30 or 40 years old that have still had that kind of stuff happen. My dad was left-handed, and he taught me how to crochet, and he taught me how to hold my pencil correctly and all that good stuff so that I wouldn't have like a crook over, you know. So I never felt like an outsider. I never really felt, I mean, I felt different, but not in a bad way, because my dad was left-handed, so. And my niece is left-handed. I have 3 or 4 aunts that are left-handed, a few cousins. Ooh, one more circle with our, or one more petal with our little half circles. And this color that I'm using is called Deep Emerald, and these pencils are just cheap, generic, not generic, but an off-brand, Crazy Art, Crazy Art. Yes, Crazy Art, you can sponsor me if you're still around. Literally, I probably bought these pencils 15 years ago when my kids were in kindergarten or first grade, maybe more recently if it was a project for high school. Because they'll come home and say, oh, we need 5 different colors of pencils for this project. Oh no, that's not good enough. I better go and buy the 35 pack of colors, because you've got to have all the colors that you could possibly ever need. Oh wow, yeah. A rare but normal response took him almost 3 months to get back to normalcy. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, yeah. And so I'm assuming your brother is left-handed. Yeah. You know, it's interesting, and a lot of people might not really get this, but if I'm riding in the car with somebody and I try to give directions, I will literally be looking and thinking of going left, but tell the person turn right and point left. And then it's like, wait, what? Which way am I going? Oh, sorry, yeah, it's my left-handed brain. Go whichever way I'm pointing. Don't go the way that I tell you the direction. Yay, left-handed. So I just thought I would come on here and stream just for, I don't know, an hour. But since I'm so relaxed and you guys are here chatting with me, this has really been enjoyable. And working on this mandala paisley kind of little project. I'm loving it. And you're helping me kill the time until I go for my birria. And when I go, I'm just gonna sit there and relax and enjoy my soup, my ramen. Okay, now next, I think I want kind of a lighter bluish color for these. So it will be one of these. See what they call Mediterranean teal, tidal wave, or bubbly blue. Since I was talking about the Mediterranean, I'm going to pick this one. It almost seems like it might be too light colored, but we'll see. Oh no, that's nice. That is nice. It actually does look like the ocean there. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, birria. Yeah, it's I'm gonna go have birria ramen. So birria is a Mexican dish that is, and I'm just gonna say what I think it is. It's not gonna be exactly correct 100% like a recipe, but it is, the ramen is just like the regular ramen noodles like you would have in ramen. And, oh yeah. Oh, can't have ramen. And it's a spicy broth with red chilies, but not super spicy because I can't handle super spicy. And then it has stewed shredded beef in there. and then the ramen noodles. So yeah, it's really good. We had some earlier in the week, but it comes out so hot that we were kind of in a little bit of a rush, and I didn't get to really let it cool off while I ate it leisurely. So today I'm going to go and eat it very slowly. So it has the shredded beef, the broth, and then the ramen noodles. And then this one that I have locally, they put in like chopped fresh onion, just a little bit. So as you're eating the ramen, you get kind of like the crispy little fresh onions. Oh my gosh, it's so good. You can probably make it at home for sure if you just like find a basic spicy broth recipe. And I'm not sure which chili they use. It might be like an ancho chili, and that powder is pretty readily available. Or you could also use, like when I make pozole, I use, sometimes I use the dried chili and then make it into like a paste. So you could use the dried chili, or you could use just the powder. I don't know if you have that available in your area. And then you could make whichever broth is food safe for you. And then, I mean, you can use whatever protein you want. It's traditionally made with the shredded beef, but even if that broth, oh, the flavoring of the broth, I could sit and drink it just like if it was a cup of coffee. It sounds gross. And the beef is stewed beef, so they cook it for a long time with all the seasonings, but I think the true flavor of that soup is in the broth. So if I would make it at home, I would probably just use a regular shredded beef, so I could make it in like the Instant Pot or something. Yeah, exactly. It is weird. Yeah. It is weird. And whenever I say birria ramen, nobody even knows what I'm talking about, because I think it is a dish that is just there. And so there's a couple other local places, and I think maybe other places in LA that make it now as like a fusion. But oh my gosh, I can't even tell you, it's so delicious. So try it one time with the goat, the stewed goat. Yeah, and at the same place they have the red taco. So the red taco is the beef and the birria, and then I think they fry it, not in a deep fryer, but just on the skillet. Yeah, you know what? I try anything once. And I think where was I? Oh, Costco. You know, they do the little food sampling, so they had a special option. I believe it was for, maybe it's for Easter, because you know they start bringing out these products early. And it was lamb, and I do not know if I've ever even tried lamb, but I tried that. It was very tasty. I could tell that it was a little bit more fatty, but sometimes that's where all the flavor is, and I liked that. I follow a streamer, actually, speaking of goats. He's on TikTok, and he is at the Galloping Goat Ranch in New Mexico, here in the USA. And so he has a farm full of goats that he rents out for people to use for weed abatement. So that's pretty cool. So your family, Sandwich Taker, your family has a ranch. Yeah, you want birria now. Your family, well, I said a ranch, but you said animal farm. What types of animals do you have besides the goats? And is that like a business for you guys, or is it just for fun? Yes, exactly. I knew you probably did not do the samples. Yeah. My God. Girl goes to Costco and leaves in an ambulance because there was mushrooms in the pasta or something random. Something like the orange smoothie that you wouldn't expect had mushrooms in it. I need to look up some new patterns too today because I'm going to be crocheting some wine and hot air balloon theme items for the festival next year. No, not, yeah, next year, 2024. So I need to get that inventory going and add to what I already have available. Yes, exactly. Fusions can be tasty when done right. And that birria ramen one, it is good. And the first time we tried it, so that it's a taco shop and they have a drive-through. So the first time we tried it was during, all the shutdowns and everything. And the restaurant was just about to launch when the shutdown happened. So they went ahead and they were able to do it as a takeout after a few months. So we thought, well, we've never tried that. Let's try it. Oh my gosh, what a surprise when we got home and tasted it. So delicious. I honestly don't know what. Oh, yes, I do know what they have elote. So elote is Mexican corn. It's basically corn on the cob with, you can use butter, but traditionally it's mayonnaise, which, it's not exactly diet food. Mayonnaise, and then Mexican crema, so like a Mexican sour cream. It's like a white sauce, but it's just cream. And then chili seasoning sprinkled. So like tahine. I don't know if you're familiar with tahine. Oh, okay. Nice. Cattle, lamb, horses, and pigs. Not as a business. Ranch they have here in the States, too small for commercial use. Okay. Oh, nice. Wheat and corn. Oh, wow, that sounds nice. My husband his family is from Mexico. He was born in the U.S. His mom and dad are from Guanajuato area. And I think maybe Celaya. I don't know. I have to look at the map because I can see the cities. If I see the cities next to each other, then I can remember which ones. The last time we were in Mexico, we went on our honeymoon to Cancun. Again, before kids. When you have kids, then you have no money. which I am very grateful for my kids. That's definitely the choice we made, right? So it's just a balance. You have some things, but you can't have all things, you know? Champagne dreams on a red wine budget, or whatever the saying is. Oh yeah, that is a good idea. Do you think there might be local people that you can get your fiber from? Oh, your dad is from the capital. Okay. Yeah, it's really difficult. I work on our family tree and I add, you know, different places where everybody's from and all their information and stuff, but it's so many people that I can't really remember all of it. And then working on family tree and getting information from the records in Mexico is challenging. So I do have a membership with Ancestry, but the records are still limited. So what's interesting about Twitch is that you can't upload, not as far as I could tell, you can't upload content. The only way you have content is by going live and making your own content. And then it's there, but it will expire. So I've been downloading it to an external hard drive. Even if I don't edit it, I can have it on that external hard drive. My goal is to edit and not make it like fancy and flashy, but edit so that there's highlights or snippets, you know, because nobody wants to sit and watch an hour and a half replay or 2-3 hour replay. It can be off-putting if they see that timestamp. So if I could do snips or clips and then post shorts or something like that. But sometimes Twitch takes a while to process. I started isolating a highlight last night, and I was working on other things, but I could hear it still working in the background. You know how the computer fan is running or whatever. And finally I just closed it. I don't even know if it finishes behind the scenes or what happens. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I wonder if you can do like a post on a Facebook group or something. It always surprises me how generous people are. You know, things that we don't even think about. Like, so me, myself, things that I might be getting rid of that I don't even realize somebody else would be interested in having. So we have the free pages on Facebook. So it'll say like your neighborhood name, San Diego, all free, or buy nothing, or whatever it's called. I don't know. So sometimes if you do a post like that, oh, you can't go and pick it up though. Well, something to think about for the future. Or if you have the funds, maybe they ship it to you. I don't know, just thinking out loud. There might be limitations on each of those options, obviously, because you're in isolation, so. Okay, repeat old VODs. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's good feedback. Thank you. So save the VODs. Now I have to figure out what a VOD is. So the other day I was watching, I was looking for, like, I'll try to find people that have a lower audience count. So that, I think that's how I found you, because I think you had a lower audience count that day, so that I can support smaller streamers. And one of them I saw was cooking or something. So I thought, oh, I'm going to go check this out. Well, I clicked in there and it said it was live, but it was just an old man just standing there. But you could tell the image that was showing on the screen wasn't live because he wasn't moving at all, like just standing like a frozen screen. I wonder what that is. Craziness. Well, I think my birria is going to get the best of me, and I'm going to probably get my regular clothes on instead of just my, I call it now my new work clothes, because I only wear sweat clothes. It's winter here. Well, it's winter everywhere in the US, but it's so cold. I just dress comfortable, you know, nice thick cozy socks, sweatpants, t-shirt, sweatshirt, jacket, whatever. So that's my work clothes since I get to work from home. Oh, this is a nice contrast. I see. This one I kind of messed up right here. Oh, it's been a bit twitchy. Twitch. Oh, the video stays on Twitch. Oh, okay. Got it. Oh, so I wonder how, I'll look that up, how to replay those. Because I did see that one of the videos on my homepage, it said, oh, check out this art stream from modern day. And I'm looking, I'm like, why does it say that's from 4 months ago? Which is accurate, but if it expired, how could it still be there? So that must be a VOD. Yeah. Oh no. I don't even know what encoding is. I'll have to look at that. Oh. Well, thank you so much for hanging out. It was great to chat with you again. Have a great day, and hopefully your computer hangs in there. Thank you so much for coming in. Have a great day. Okay, friends, so I'm going to take a break. May or may not be back later. I am just going to go and have some lunch and probably line up some other projects. Maybe I'll be back. Maybe I will take the afternoon off and watch TV. Thanks so much for hanging out. You guys have a great day. Really appreciate it.